Hey guys, I'm Devon,
And I'm Joe.
and this is the We Need to Calm Down podcast. Today we are doing a special reaction to the first Vault song from a re-recorded album, You All Over Me from Fearless, Taylor's
Yes.
version.
We have our first song from the vault. It's titled The Art of Parentheses. No, it's just You All Over Me. Though like it has 3 instances of parentheses. What the heck, Taylor? Featuring Maren Morris. Taylor's version from the vault. Why does it have to be labeled Taylor's version? We never got not Taylor's version. The song was originally leaked in 2017, but was originally recorded in 2008. Taylor says that she loves all of these from the vault songs because they've never been heard, and that she can experiment, play, and even include some of her favorite artists, which explains Maren Morris's feature on the song. Somehow this song flew complete. I don't know if you've heard this song before. It completely flew under my radar.
Same here.
I stopped listening to unreleased music after I quit iTunes and LimeWire
Mhm.
in high school. What was our reaction to this song? What was your reaction to this song?
I was at work. I got your text. I said, "I know." I I have my tweet notifications on, so I saw the Taylor Swift tweeted. I said, "Oh, what now?" Now. And I saw that she was planning on releasing the next day this vault song called You All Over Me. I had never heard of the song before, like you said, but I was excited. I mean, this is the first track we're going back to her fearless roots in a way that we haven't heard before.
And I know we looked up the lyrics because the lyrics have been out there. So we were like, oh, what do we expect from this? And we're like, looking over, we're like, okay, the lyrics look really good. A little dubious about that million Nas at the end of the song. And then we listened to it. And I mean, I got to tell you, I'll be honest, my first few listens, about like my first dozen, I was like, this is good, but it's like very middling. Like it was a very like, I understand why it wasn't released.
I felt that way. I didn't listen to it as much in the beginning. I listened to it like a couple times and I was like, all right, this is fine. But now, to be completely honest, the Elvira remix of Love Story kind of overshadowed it for me because I love that style of music. I was like, what is this? Because she released both. And that was
Yeah.
something that we weren't expecting. So I was even happier because we like to dance and cry simultaneously.
I like that, like, she can't just give us one thing. Like, she has to surprise us with 2 different things. I'll
Mhm.
say for me, I'm the exact opposite. I'm not a big fan of remixes of songs. I like the original, unless there's like a really big change to it. And to me, it's just the same lyrics on like a more clubby sound behind it. I like the original Love Story. I'm
Mhm.
a Love Story purist, so it didn't really do anything for me. So I put all of my attention on You All Over Me. I do think I love it a lot. I may have involuntarily shed a tear to it. I don't know why. I don't know what's happening. The only thing missing from this song is a reference to 2 a.m. because we got Country Roads. We got Rain on Pavements. It is the fearless era Swift song through and through. That's what I want out of these vault songs, and I'm through the moon happy with that. Maren Morris is featured on the song, but like where?
Feminist Taylor Swift over here.
She's not getting a verse. She's just harmonizing. She mentions like she loved going into another artist's world and just getting the chance to harmonize and just like live in it a little bit and leave, which sounds very the polite way of saying I didn't really do anything.
Well, it's nice because then you can say, "Oh, I collabed with someone. They sang on this song that meant a lot to me when I was younger." And like that's I get that from like it's kind of honorable on both ends. And it's hard too because like when you're re-recording a Taylor Swift song and it's her lyrics and she has all this emotion, it's like you don't want to put a verse on that or you don't want to sing something that she feels.
Yeah.
But then introduce them during another time. The fact that she's going to have all these vault songs have someone else on them.
She could. In her tweet, she came out and specifically said, I love that I can even include some of my favorite artists on these from the Vault songs. I mean, I'd be shocked if that meant this is the only song that has a feature on it. All right, so differences between the songs, like we said, they kind of flew under both of our radars, so we didn't really listen to much of the original. It's amazing how quickly a girl scrubbed it from the internet because I cannot find it anywhere. But I did find tiny snippets here and there. And the original seemed much more, I don't want it to sound negative, but overproduced. And like you get that with a lot of Taylor Swift's like earlier stuff. Like there's a lot of guitar, there's like a much more in your face country vibe, a very clear, fearless slash self-titled era drip about it. Lots of pedal steel in the original. The lyrics mostly seem intact. I think there was like maybe like one small phrasing change. And the original, like we said, had the outro of a lot of na-na-nas, which have been removed entirely. But the production feels very different, like very slowed down. It keeps a country twang and feel to it, but like very much more subdued than the original sounded. Makes me curious if that's going to follow suit with all the other ones, because like it's weird, we technically have heard a lot of these unreleased songs. The lyrics have been out for a while, but I'm kind of gushing over them because this is the first time I'm paying attention to them. So what have any jumped out to you?
The lyric, they leave it muddy underneath, reminds me of you. Just that line, I mean, messy as the mud on your truck tires.
And then the next line with it though, you can't change where it's been, reminds me of me. Like I like how
Hmm.
she like does that, like the switch at the end there.
Yeah.
It's like this song is about how she can't get over him, but he like just like swept her under the rug like mud on truck tires. You can't really see the mud on the truck tires, but it's there.
Hmm.
Meanwhile, she is like this dollar that got traded in, and you can't change where she's been. She can't change how she felt about it. The line, you find graffiti on the walls of old bathroom stalls. Interestingly enough, this is a direct call to a lot of the promotional images for Fearless, sitting with her hands in her hair in a
Mm.
bathroom, and there's like graffiti all over the walls. And like it kind of fit with the era because it was like forever and always and just like sad breakups and all that stuff. But like this like gives like a lot of context to it, and you kind of see it. The one though that really gets me every time I hear it is so I lied and I cried and I watched a part of myself die.
Yeah, that's emotional.
That's the one that just like punches me in the gut like every time, and I'm not okay with it, but like I need it.
And even just the line, because no amount of freedom gets you clean, I still got you all over me. The dichotomy to Clean
Yeah.
from 1989.
A lot of people have pointed out like this is the prequel to Clean.
Hmm.
And it definitely, there's a lot of connections there that
Yeah.
I think we could do some research on and like really pull a full episode out of that. I like it. Like for some reason I feel like the titular line in a song is never really huge, but in this case, like yeah, it feels really great. The last thing we want to touch on real quick in this very quick video is the implications. What does this mean for the future? Now that we know we have our first one, how can we imply this for the rest of them and get all of our predictions wrong? Because Taylor is an unpredictable human being.
Yes.
Like we mentioned, one thing that immediately jumps out to us that has been making ripples through the community is Taylor saying that she can include some of her favorite artists on these From the Vault songs. And I'd be shocked if this meant that was the only song that had a feature on it. Even further, Selena posting a pic of her and Taylor on Instagram saying, kind of missing this one. And then Taylor's reply, I love you like a love song, baby. A reference to Selena's 2010 song. I mean, if there's no Selena Taylor Swift collab that the fan base has been screaming about for like a decade, we will have riots.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know if that means we're going to get it on the Fearless one. She's apparently re-recording 1989 now, and Selena just posted that, so we might not get it until 1989. But I'd be shocked if we didn't get one of them. Like,
I don't think throughout all of her albums she wouldn't include Selena Gomez.
it's the Instagram photo that really gets
Hmm.
it for me, because out of nowhere, Selena just, I miss this woman. Like, there's something there. And as a Taylor Swift fan, I can't just sit idly by and see someone else post about Taylor Swift and not get a little crazy. Paul McCartney posted like 11 dice or whatever, and that was a Taylor Swift reference. So
Yep.
like it's gotta mean something. The other immediate implication is that these are quote unquote never before heard songs. Taylor is considering all unreleased songs as never heard, which to be fair, no one has heard this version of You All Over Me. We got the extremely country pedestal na 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 version. The original version didn't even have one set of parentheses, let alone three. So in that sense, yeah, this is a new song that's never been heard before. But this does tell us two things. Most importantly, I'd Lie is still on the table, baby. That also means that these songs do not have their production protected like her classics do. Since they haven't been fully released, Taylor can and has and will change them up a little bit, which makes sense. She would consider these songs unfinished, hence why they never saw the original light of day. So if it's possible that the version of Nevermind we heard so many times might be different, Dark Blue Tennessee, like all of those songs, we could change up the tempo, we could change up the production behind it. It might just sound a little bit different. So do you have anything else you guys want to talk about real quick before we dive out of this one?
No, I mean, I really liked the song. I think it was good. I'm excited to see what the other Vault songs are. I think that this was a really cool glimpse into what we're expecting. And then, our next 51st episode is going to be our reaction to this album coming out.
April 9th can't get here fast enough. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you like what you saw, please be sure to check out the podcast. We release episodes every other typical Tuesday. Tell a friend about us.
And make sure to follow us on social media. Subscribe to our channel.
And aside from that, thank you for listening. We will see you next Tuesday. Come back.
We'll be here.